everyone, this is Bonnie and I am back with card number 2 from our Daisy Lane online workshop, and we are going to be making this card that you see right here. And like I said, the next 2 cards, 3 and 4, are a little harder. So this card is fairly simple, so let's get started. So the first thing you need is a base card that is 8.5 by 5.5, and we're going to score it at 4 1/4. Just like this. And you can add your bone folder, which I've misplaced already since the last card. Okay, so there you go. I like it nice and crisp. All right, and then you're going to have another piece in your kit, and this one is 4 1/4. Oh wait, no, this one is 4 by 5 1/4. So it's 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to be doing our stamping on this, and then this piece is for your flowers, for your daisies, and we're going to be stamping on this. So let's stamp our daisies first. So we need the large daisy from the Daisy Lane stamp set and the Daisy Lane punch. Okay, and we are taking a Gorgeous Grape because we want the darker of the 2. And so that's what we're going to do. So we're taking Gorgeous Grape and we are stamping it up, and then we're going to stamp right on the card here. I think I got it over. Yep. And then we're going to stamp it up again. What do I feel like I think I'm using the... Let me see if the other one is darker, because for some reason I feel like that's light. Okay. I guess not. I'm going to try this one and see what's going on. Yeah. Okay, so you stamp it in the Highland Heather, which is the darker one, not the Gorgeous Grape. Highland Heather. Okay. Sorry. It's been a while since I've made these cards, so then I have to go back and backtrack. So now we got them, and we're going to take and we're going to punch them out with our punch. So just going to line them up. And it's always good to know that when you do this, when you're stamping, if you put a petal up and down like this, any of the petals, just make sure when you stamp them, they're up and down. They will fit into your punch. Right like I'm doing right here. So you don't have to worry about them, you know, not fitting and finagling them to make them fit. Also, be careful when you're punching. When you're punching, be careful because you could pinch. I've pinched the fat of my in these, so just be careful. I tell people that all the time to just be careful. Okay. All right, so we got both of them punched out. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in this piece right here, just like so. And we're going to take the old olive. So we got the old olive one, and we're going to do some generation stamping. So we're going to stamp this, and we're going to start down here in this corner of the paper, and we're just going to fully stamp just like that. Then we're going to pick it up and we're going to stamp over just a little bit, just like that, so it's like a lighter. Then we're going to do it again, and this time I'm going to go in a little farther and I'm going to stamp it so it looks just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it, and now I'm going to stamp up here. So I'm going to do a full on stamp like that, and then I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to do a partially light one. So it looks just like that. And then I'm going to stamp it up again. And this time it's going to go off the page a little bit. And I'm going to stamp it just like that. Okay? Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and we are going to stack our 2 flowers together. So I'm going to use some snail. Move this out of the way. And I'm just going to stack these together like this. Okay, and we'll set this aside. We're going to bring this back in, and we're going to take the flower that looks like this, and I'm going to stamp it in the Gorgeous Grape. And I'm going to stamp one kind of up here, kind of out a little bit. Let the paper absorb it. There you go. And then I'm going to stamp one kind of going this way. And I'm just letting the paper absorb it all in. Just like that. Then I'm going to take the word friend and I'm going to stamp that one in the Highland Heather. And I'm going to stamp that right down towards the bottom here. There we go. So it looks just like that. It's coming along nicely, guys. I'm really liking it. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop this up on a dimensional, a couple dimensionals on the back right there. Okay, good. Whew. Don't add that yet. Whew. I almost screwed the whole card up. So now we're going to get the Highland Heather. And as you can see, you can either squeeze or add a little re-inker into your base of your little palette here. Or you can squeeze your 2 like this. You could squeeze it really hard and you get some in there. So either way that you want to do it, I just think it's easier to do this with the newer ones. It's harder to squeeze them with these new form that Stampin' Up! Has come out with. Then you're going to want one of our Aqua Pens, and they sell these in a 3-pack, and they look like, let me see if I have all 3 of them here. Yeah, I do. Right here. Okay. You get one that has this like fun brush end, which I think I have an idea for a summer type card with this thing. And then this one's a little bigger of a brush. And then they have a smaller one, which I really like the smaller one. I seem to go to the smaller one a lot. So now what we're going to do is you're going to come over here and you're going to pick up a little bit of the ink out of the tray. Kind of squeeze it, because you don't want it like, you don't want it too dark. You just want a little bit of the ink out of there. Then you're going to hold it and you're going to kind of, you're flicking it. So see, I got a few dots. It takes a little time because you don't want to go like crazy. You can do it this way. You could put as much or as little. I'm going to back this out of the way now. Just don't drop it. Ask me how I know. And it may not be showing up really good. I'll pick it up in a minute on the just make sure you have something down from on your work surface. I just wanted a few more darker ones over there. There we go. We're getting some now. Okay, maybe a little bit more darker here. I just have a lot of fun. Then before you put your Aqua Pen away, make sure you bleed this out until it comes clear. So keep running your water through it until you have no more. It may stain your brush, which is fine, but you want to make sure that, see how it's coming clean? You want to make sure you have clear water. So that way the next time, see I'm rubbing it on here and it's coming out clear. Because the next time you go to use this, you want it to be clean. And I should have told you, to fill this, all you have to do is unscrew this top right here, and you add your water right in there. And then you just screw your top back on. So that's how you fill it. Okay. Okay. So we will put this back on here. Alrighty. Now we're going to finish putting our card together. And because I squirted water in here, I'm going to absorb that up a little bit, the water part. There. And then that way I'm not having water all over on my stamp pad. Okay. So now we can put our card together. So now, before we put that on even, I'm going to take this and I'm going to attach it to the back of this. Did I pop it up? Oh, I better put the original. Yes, I did. I popped up this. So get the dimensionals again and put them all over the back of this card. See all the little spots and the speckles, and it looks really nice. And you know, you can also add, if you wanted to put it in like a tube like this, which you could do and spritz it. This is a spritzer. And you could add a little shimmer in with it, and it'll give it a shimmery look when you spritz it out, which is really cool. So now you're going to add the dimensionals to the back of your flower, and we're going to add the flower. Okay, and the last thing we're going to do is we're going to take Crystal Effect. I love this stuff, and now that summer's coming and we got that new candy, or that new Valentine stuff, and we got the new popsicle set, you're going to want to have this. You're going to want this because it makes everything like glisten. And we're just going to add some of this right to the center. Mine might be a little clogged. I don't know. Oh, there it comes. And you just want to, it comes with a better tip. Mine got clogged, so I cut it down. You want to spread it out a little bit. It's thick, so you don't want to keep squeezing. Once you think you got enough, push it around. And it's, now you can't obviously sit anything on this for a little bit. I'm going to pick it up so you guys can see it. You could add a little glitter to it, but do you see how that, just made this nice little risen piece? And it gives it that, you know how like when something gets wet out and it has like that raindrop effect? That's what it has. You could put a couple of these around your card too. I didn't because my tip, it's normally a very fine tip on this, but my tip is broken and I need to get another one. And I would have put a few little like raindrops on it to give it that effect. Just let this sit for a few hours in a flat surface so it doesn't anywhere, and it'll be ready. And it may not. That one, this one bled. So do you see how this did it right away? It gave it like a dark spot on the back. I don't think this one's going to do that because it's already, I let this dry a lot longer in between. If you like that effect, put it on right away while this is still wet and let it sit. But I let this one sit and dry, and then, yeah, just jumping back in here to let you guys know, I grabbed Purple Posy out of my rack. That's why this is not dark. You needed the Gorgeous Grape. So, it's my fault. So make sure you do your flower in Gorgeous Grape and not the light one, unless you like this look. So I figured out that problem. I'm not sure why my old olive. It might be I used Granny Apple Green, because that's the only color that it looks like. Play with it on a separate paper if you want. See, maybe something's wrong with my old olive. I hope I didn't put a wrong color in it. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.